Mastering daily excellence means choosing to rise above the ordinary, every day, regardless of the obstacles. It's not the big moments that define your life, but the daily efforts you make to improve, grow, and move forward. Success is built on the foundation of daily habits. The more excellent your daily actions, the closer you come to your greatest self. What does daily excellence really look like? It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about making consistent choices every day that add up to something bigger. It's about showing up for yourself, taking responsibility, and building habits that move you forward, even when things get tough. In this video, we're going to break down exactly how to master the art of daily excellence. We'll talk about how to stay focused, develop discipline, and make decisions that align with your highest potential. If you're ready to take control of your life, make every day count, and push yourself to new heights, this is for you. Stay tuned, because what you do today will shape the life you create tomorrow. Let's dive in. Number 1, take full responsibility for your actions and choices. Taking full responsibility for your actions and choices is the most important step toward personal growth. It is the foundation of success. Because until you own your life completely, you will never have full control over your future. Every action you take, every decision you make, and every habit you form shapes the life you live. Nothing changes until you decide to take full ownership of everything you do. Most people avoid responsibility because it is uncomfortable. It forces them to face their mistakes. It forces them to confront their weaknesses. But without responsibility, there is no improvement. Without accountability, there is no progress. The moment you accept that your life is a result of your choices, you gain the power to change it. You can either take control or make excuses. You can either own your future or let circumstances dictate it. But you cannot do both. People who live their lives blaming others will never reach their full potential. They will always feel stuck. They will always feel powerless, because as long as they shift responsibility to someone else, they give away their power to change. You have to decide right now that no matter what happens, you will take full control. Your habits, your thoughts, your actions, everything is in your hands. When you wake up in the morning, do you decide to start strong, or do you waste time? When challenges arise, do you take action, or do you complain? When you face failure, do you learn from it, or do you blame others? Success belongs to those who take full control of their actions. No matter what life throws at them, they don't back down. They don't waste time complaining. They don't look for someone else to fix their problems. They take full responsibility and find solutions. That is what separates those who win from those who lose. Think about your own life. What areas have you neglected? Where have you avoided responsibility? Have you been disciplined with your time? Have you been committed to your goals? Have you given your best effort every single day? If the answer is no, then you have work to do. Taking responsibility doesn't mean being perfect. It doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. It means you own your mistakes. You recognize them, you learn from them, and you correct them. It means you stop running from the truth and start facing it. If you are not where you want to be, the reason is simple. Your past decisions brought you here. Your level of effort, your daily habits, and your mindset created your current situation. But here's the good news. If your choices got you here, then new choices can take you somewhere better. That is why responsibility is so powerful. It means you are never stuck. It means you can change at any moment. The day you decide to take full control of your life is the day everything starts to change. Because responsibility leads to action. Action leads to results, and results lead to transformation. If you want more out of life, you must demand more from yourself. If you want more discipline, stop making excuses. If you want more success, raise your standards. If you want more respect, hold yourself accountable. Excellence is not something you stumble into. It is something you create through daily responsibility. Look at the people who have achieved real success. They didn't get there by blaming their past. They didn't let failures define them. They took responsibility for their lives. They worked on themselves every day. They showed up, took action, and stayed consistent. They refused to let anything outside of them dictate their future. You have the same choice. You can continue living as a victim of your circumstances, or you can take full ownership of your future. The moment you stop waiting for things to change and start taking responsibility is the moment you take back control. This is the truth most people avoid. They want success, but they don't want the responsibility that comes with it. They want change, but they don't want to put in the effort. That is why so few people truly excel. But those who do take responsibility stand out. They create opportunities. They build strong habits. They earn success instead of waiting for it. If you want to be among them, you must decide today to take full responsibility for everything in your life. No more excuses. No more blame. No more waiting for the perfect moment. You are in control. You always have been. The only question is, what will you do with that power? Number 2, develop unshakable discipline in everything you do. Discipline is the foundation of every achievement. Without it, success is impossible. No matter how talented you are, no matter how smart you think you are, without discipline, your potential will never be realized. If you want to create a better life, if you want to achieve something great, you must develop unshakable discipline in everything you do. Discipline is not about doing things when you feel like it. It's about doing what needs to be done, no matter how you feel. If you only take action when you are motivated, you will never be consistent. You will always be waiting for the perfect moment, and that moment will never come. But when you develop true discipline, you don't need motivation. You don't need inspiration. You just do the work. You follow through. You execute. The strongest people in the world, the most successful people, the ones who rise above everyone else, have one thing in common. They have mastered the ability to control their actions. They don't let distractions pull them away. They don't allow their emotions to dictate their behavior. They don't wait for permission to improve. They decide what needs to be done, and they do it, no matter what. That is the level of discipline you need if you want to reach your full potential, because life will not always be easy. There will be days when you don't feel like putting in the work. There will be moments when quitting seems like the better option. But this is when discipline separates the weak from the strong. The weak make excuses. The strong take action. The weak let their emotions control them. The strong stay committed to their goals. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you become stronger. Every time you push yourself to do the right thing instead of the easy thing, you move forward. Success is built in these small daily choices. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. If you cut corners in one area of your life, you will do the same in others. If you lack discipline in small things, you will lack discipline in big things. Look at your daily habits. Are you consistent with your work? Do you stick to your commitments? Do you follow through on what you say you will do? Because discipline is not something you practice once in a while. It's a way of life. It is something you apply to everything you do. People who lack discipline live in chaos. Their lives are full of unfinished tasks, missed opportunities, and regret. They struggle with bad habits. They never get ahead because they never stick to anything long enough to see real results. But disciplined people, they move differently. They make a plan and stick to it. They don't waste time on meaningless distractions. They show up and put in the work, even when nobody is watching. Building unshakable discipline starts with small, consistent actions. It starts with waking up when you said you would. It starts with keeping your promises to yourself. It starts with training your mind to push through resistance. Every day you are either strengthening your discipline or weakening it. There is no in-between. You cannot afford to live without discipline, because without it, you will never build the life you want. No matter how much talent you have, no matter how much knowledge you gain, without discipline, it will mean nothing. Success does not belong to those who start strong and quit halfway. It belongs to those who stay committed, no matter what obstacles come their way. So if you are serious about your future, you must make a decision right now. No more excuses. No more waiting for the right mood. No more letting distractions pull you away from your purpose. Develop the kind of discipline that cannot be broken. Make it a part of who you are. Train yourself to do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. That is the only way to reach the highest level of success. Number 3, wake up early and take control of your mornings. Waking up early and taking control of your mornings is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. Your morning sets the tone for your entire day. The way you start your morning determines your energy, your focus, and your ability to take action. If you wake up late, rushed, and unprepared, your whole day will feel out of control. But when you wake up early and take charge of your morning, you create momentum that carries you forward. Most people waste their mornings. They hit the snooze button. They stay in bed too long. They check their phones first thing in the morning, filling their minds with distractions before the day even begins. They rush through their routines without direction, and then they wonder why they feel behind, stressed, and unproductive. But successful people don't let their mornings slip away. They use the early hours to set themselves up for success. They wake up with purpose. They follow a plan. They take control before the world has a chance to pull them in different directions. If you want to change your life, start by changing your mornings. The first thing you must do is wake up early. Give yourself time to prepare for the day ahead. Don't wait until the last minute. Don't wake up with just enough time to get by. Give yourself the advantage of a strong start. Waking up early is not about punishment. It is about discipline. It is about making time for the things that matter. When you wake up early, you give yourself space to think. You give yourself time to reflect. You take control of your schedule instead of reacting to it. Most people let life happen to them. They move through their days without intention. But when you take control of your mornings, you take control of your future. The second step is to create a morning routine that sets you up for success. Your morning should not be random. It should not be left to chance. It should be designed to put you in the best state of mind for the day ahead. That means focusing on the right things. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Take care of your goals. Start by moving your body. Exercise, stretch, go for a walk. Do something that wakes you up. Get your blood flowing. Get your energy up. Your body needs movement to function at its best. If you start your morning feeling sluggish, your entire day will feel slow and unproductive. But when you start with energy, you build momentum that lasts all day. Next, take care of your mind. Avoid distractions. Don't start your day with social media or the news. Don't fill your head with negativity before you've even had a chance to focus. Instead, feed your mind with something positive. Read something that inspires you. Write down your goals. Take a few moments to think about what you need to accomplish. Set a clear intention for the day. The way you think in the morning affects the way you think for the rest of the day. If you start with focus, you will stay focused. If you start with purpose, you will stay motivated. But if you start with distraction, you will stay distracted. Your mind follows the direction you set for it. Another key to taking control of your mornings is planning ahead. Don't wake up without a plan. Know what you need to do. Have a schedule. Set priorities. When you wake up early and already know what your first steps are, you eliminate hesitation. You don't waste time figuring out what to do next. You simply take action. Too many people wake up without direction. They let the day dictate their actions instead of taking charge. That is why they always feel overwhelmed. That is why they never make progress. But when you plan your mornings, you create clarity. You remove uncertainty. You put yourself in control. Your morning should be the most disciplined part of your day. It should be your time to set the right habits, to focus on the right things, and to prepare yourself for success. If you wake up late, unprepared and unfocused, the rest of your day will follow that same pattern. But if you wake up early, focused and disciplined, your entire day will reflect that energy. There are no shortcuts to success. The people who achieve the most in life are not lucky. They are not gifted with more hours in the day. They simply use their time better. They wake up early. They take control of their mornings. They do the things that others avoid, and that is why they get ahead. You have the same choice. You can continue waking up late, rushing through your mornings, and letting life control you. Or you can take responsibility. You can wake up early and take control. You can set yourself up for success before the world even wakes up. That decision is yours to make, and that decision will shape your future. Number 4, master your focus and remove all distractions now. Focus is the key to getting ahead in life. If you cannot control your attention, you will never accomplish anything meaningful. You can have big goals, strong desires, and endless ambition. But without focus, none of it will matter. Distractions will steal your time, slow your progress, and keep you from reaching your full potential. If you want to achieve anything great, you must master your focus and remove all distractions now. Most people never reach their goals because they cannot stay focused long enough to make real progress. They start strong, but then distractions pull them away. They let their phones, social media, and entertainment take over their time. They allow other people's demands to control their schedule. They spend more time reacting than creating. And because of this, they never see results. They keep working, but they don't move forward. If you want to be different, if you want to separate yourself from the crowd, you must take control of your attention. You must decide what matters and eliminate everything that doesn't. You must build the kind of focus that cannot be broken. Because if you don't, the world will continue to pull you in every direction. And when you allow that to happen, you lose control of your own future. The first step to mastering focus is deciding what is truly important. You cannot focus on everything. If you try to do too much at once, you will accomplish nothing. You must identify your highest priorities. What are the things that will move your life forward? What are the actions that will bring real results? If you are not clear on what matters, distractions will always win. Once you know your priorities, the next step is eliminating anything that does not serve them. Every time you allow a distraction to take your attention, you are making a choice. You are choosing to delay your progress. You are choosing to slow down your results. And if you allow this to happen often enough, you will never reach your goals. One of the biggest distractions today is technology. Social media, notifications, endless scrolling. All of these things are designed to steal your attention. They pull you in and waste your time without you even realizing it. If you do not control your use of technology, it will control you. You must set strict boundaries. Turn off notifications, remove unnecessary apps. Set specific times for using your phone. Your time is too valuable to be wasted on things that do not bring you closer to your goals. Another major distraction is other people's demands. Everyone wants your time. They want your attention. They want you to focus on their priorities instead of your own. And if you are not careful, you will spend your entire life working for someone else's goals while neglecting your own. You must learn to say no. You must protect your time. If something does not align with your purpose, it has no place in your schedule. Your environment also plays a huge role in your ability to focus. If you are surrounded by noise, clutter, and distractions, it will be almost impossible to stay productive. You must create an environment that supports deep focus. Keep your workspace clean. Remove anything that pulls your attention away. Make it easy to concentrate. Another key to mastering focus is training your mind to stay in control. Many people struggle to focus because they have never disciplined their thoughts. They allow their minds to wander. They let every little distraction pull them away from their work. But focus is like a muscle. It gets stronger the more you use it. If you constantly allow yourself to get distracted, you are training your mind to be weak. But if you practice deep concentration every day, you will develop the ability to stay locked in, no matter what is happening around you. One of the best ways to improve focus is to set specific time blocks for work. Choose a task. Eliminate all distractions, and commit to working on it for a set period. Do not allow yourself to switch tasks. Do not check your phone. Do not let your mind drift. Train yourself to give full attention to one thing at a time. Another powerful technique is taking regular breaks. Focus is not about working non-stop. Your brain needs rest. If you push too hard without breaks, your focus will start to decline. Work in focus sessions, then step away for a few minutes to recharge. But make sure your breaks are intentional. Do not use them as an excuse to waste time. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who work the hardest. They are the ones who work the smartest. They know how to eliminate distractions. They know how to protect their time. They know how to stay locked in on their most important tasks. That is what separates them from everyone else. If you want to achieve your biggest goals, you must develop this same level of discipline. You must make a decision right now. No more wasting time. No more letting distractions pull you away. No more allowing outside influences to control your attention. Decide today that you will master your focus. Remove everything that does not serve your purpose. Commit to deep, intentional work. Your future depends on it. Number 5. Challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone. Growth does not happen inside your comfort zone. If you want to change your life, you must be willing to challenge yourself. You must be willing to do the things that make you uncomfortable. Most people never grow because they refuse to step outside of what feels safe. They avoid discomfort. They stick to routines. They stay in places where they do not have to struggle. But that is exactly why they never improve. Nothing great happens when you stay where you are. If you want more, you must be willing to do more. If you want to grow, you must be willing to push past your limits. The problem is, most people wait for the right moment. They tell themselves they will step up when they feel ready. But that moment never comes. If you wait until you are comfortable, you will be waiting forever. The first step to stepping outside your comfort zone is understanding that discomfort is a sign of growth. The feeling of uncertainty, the fear of failure, the doubt that creeps in, these are all signs that you are on the right path. They mean you are doing something new. They mean you are challenging yourself. Instead of running from these feelings, you must embrace them. Most people fear failure. They fear rejection. They fear looking foolish. But the truth is, failure is part of the process. No one succeeds without first struggling. No one masters a skill without first being a beginner. If you avoid challenges because you are afraid of failing, you will never develop the strength to succeed. You must learn to see failure as a lesson, not as a reason to quit. If you want to break free from your comfort zone, you must start doing things that scare you. You must take risks. You must put yourself in situations where you are forced to grow. That means speaking up when you usually stay silent. That means saying yes to opportunities you would normally avoid. That means doing the things that make you nervous instead of running from them. Your comfort zone is like a prison. It keeps you stuck in the same routines. It keeps you from reaching your full potential. But the moment you decide to break out, everything changes. You start to see new possibilities. You start to develop new strengths. You start to build confidence in yourself. One of the best ways to challenge yourself is to set bigger goals. If your goals do not make you uncomfortable, they are not big enough. You should have goals that force you to grow. You should have goals that demand more from you. If you are only doing what feels easy, you are not pushing yourself hard enough. Another powerful way to step outside your comfort zone is to surround yourself with people who challenge you. If you are always around people who think the same way, act the same way, and live the same way, you will never grow. You need to be around people who push you to be better. You need to be in environments that force you to level up. The more you challenge yourself, the stronger you become. The things that once scared you start to feel normal. The challenges that once seemed impossible become easy. That is how growth works. But none of this happens if you stay where you are. You must make a decision. You must decide that your fear will not control you. You must decide that you will not settle for comfort when you could be growing. You must commit to doing hard things every single day. The only way to become stronger is to push yourself beyond what you think you can handle. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting until you feel ready. The only way to grow is to take action. Now, step outside your comfort zone today. Do the thing that makes you nervous. Take the risk. Push yourself. Your future depends on it. Number 6. Set clear goals and take massive action today. Setting clear goals is the first step to achieving anything significant in life. Without a goal, you are simply drifting. You are wandering through life with no clear direction. The people who achieve great things in life are not the ones who hope for success. They are the ones who have a vision, who know exactly what they want, and who are committed to taking massive action to get there. Clear goals give you focus, purpose, and motivation. When you know what you want and why you want it, it becomes much easier to take action. The key to success is not just having goals, but having clear, specific, and actionable goals that give you a clear path forward. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful. You need to define exactly what success means for you. What does it look like? What does it feel like? And most importantly, what are you willing to do to get there? If your goals are vague or unclear, they will never inspire you to take the necessary actions. You need to be specific about what you want to accomplish. Instead of saying, I want to be fit. Say I want to lose 20 pounds in the next 3 months. Instead of saying, I want to be wealthy, say I want to save $10,000 by the end of the year. The more specific you are with your goals, the easier it will be to break them down into actionable steps and stay focused on achieving them. Once you have set your goals, the next step is to take massive action. Goals alone will not bring you success. You need to take action every single day, without hesitation, without excuses. Taking massive action means putting in the work required to make your dreams a reality. It means working consistently, pushing through obstacles, and staying committed to your vision, no matter how difficult the journey may be. Action is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Without action, your goals remain nothing more than dreams. It's easy to get excited about a goal and tell yourself that you are going to achieve it. But excitement is not enough. You need to back up your intentions with concrete actions. You need to put in the effort, day in and day out, even when things get tough, even when the results are slow. The key to success is relentless action. Many people wait for the right time to start. They think that they need the perfect conditions before they can begin working toward their goals. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect time. If you keep waiting for the right circumstances, you will never take the first step. The perfect time is now. Start where you are, with what you have, and take that first step toward your goals. The most successful people in the world didn't wait for the stars to align. They started and figured it out along the way. The power of setting clear goals and taking massive action lies in the momentum it creates. When you start taking consistent action, you begin to build momentum. Momentum is a powerful force that keeps you moving forward, even when things get tough. As you start to see progress, your confidence grows, and your belief in yourself strengthens. Momentum keeps you going when you feel like giving up. It keeps you on track and pushes you to continue striving for success. But momentum only happens if you are consistently taking action. If you take a few steps forward and then stop, the momentum stops. If you wait until you feel like it, you will always find excuses to delay. You must be disciplined. You must show up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. You must commit to your goals, no matter what. The more consistent you are with your actions, the faster you will build momentum, and the closer you will get to achieving your goals. One of the biggest obstacles people face when it comes to taking action is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But fear is nothing more than a signal that you are pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. Fear is a natural part of growth. It means that you are challenging yourself, that you are doing something that matters. Instead of letting fear stop you, use it as fuel. Let it remind you that you are on the right path. Every successful person has had to face their fears and push through them. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to take action despite it. Another obstacle to taking massive action is procrastination. It's easy to put things off, to tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, or that you need more information before you can act. But procrastination is just a form of self-sabotage. It's a way of avoiding discomfort. But the longer you wait, the further you push your goals away. The best time to act is always now. Every day that you put off taking action is one more day that you are not moving closer to your dreams. Stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Take action today, right now, and get closer to where you want to be. It's also important to track your progress and make adjustments as needed. Taking massive action does not mean blindly working without evaluating your results. It means working hard, but also working smart. You need to constantly monitor your progress, assess what's working, and make any necessary changes to your plan. If you find that something isn't working, adjust your approach. If you are not seeing the results you want, change your tactics. The key is to keep moving forward, no matter what. Stay committed to your goals, but be flexible enough to adapt as necessary. Success does not happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and persistence. But the more action you take, the closer you get to achieving your goals. When you are consistent and relentless in your efforts, success is inevitable. The road will not always be easy. There will be setbacks. There will be times when you feel like giving up. But as long as you continue to take massive action, you will eventually reach your destination. Set clear, specific goals, and take massive action today. Don't wait. Don't make excuses. Your future is in your hands. You are the one who controls your destiny. If you want to achieve great things, you must be willing to put in the work. You must be willing to take action every single day. Make a decision now and start moving toward your goals with purpose and urgency. Your success is determined by the action you take today. So take that first step and then keep moving forward until you reach your destination. Number 7. Refuse to settle for anything less than excellence. Refusing to settle for anything less than excellence is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. It's a mindset that transforms how you approach life, how you work, and how you see yourself. Excellence is not a one-time achievement. It's a habit. It's the commitment to always do your best, no matter the circumstances. It's about pushing yourself to be better every single day, even when no one is watching. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. It's a choice, and it's a choice that you have to make for yourself. When you settle for anything less than excellence, you are telling yourself that you are not capable of achieving your best. You are lowering your own standards and giving in to mediocrity. Mediocrity is comfortable. It's easy. But mediocrity won't get you the results you want in life. It won't take you to the top. It won't help you achieve your dreams. If you want to live a life that matters, a life that is meaningful, and a life of fulfillment, you must refuse to settle for less than excellence. Excellence is not just about achieving big things. It's about showing up every single day with the intention to do your best. It's about giving your full effort in everything you do, whether it's at work, in your personal life, or in your relationships. It's about holding yourself accountable to the highest standards, even when you face challenges, obstacles, or distractions. When you refuse to settle, you create a mindset that drives you to improve constantly, to never stop learning, and to always strive for the best possible outcome in every situation. You have to understand that excellence is a mindset, and it starts with your beliefs. The belief that you are capable of doing great things. The belief that you can rise above average. The belief that you are worthy of success, and that success is the result of your effort and commitment to excellence. When you refuse to settle for less than excellence, you are telling yourself that you deserve the best, and that you will do whatever it takes to get it. You are creating a foundation for growth and achievement. Excellence doesn't mean perfection. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. But excellence means that you are willing to learn from your mistakes and continue improving. It means that you don't settle for failure, but rather use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is a stepping stone. When you refuse to settle, you turn challenges into opportunities, and you keep moving forward, even when things don't go according to plan. To refuse to settle for less than excellence, you have to set high standards for yourself. But it's not just about setting goals and aiming high. It's about consistently meeting those standards, day in and day out. It's about pushing yourself to go beyond what you think is possible. Excellence is the result of continuous effort, not just talent. It's about discipline, dedication, and determination. It's about doing the little things right, day after day, even when they seem insignificant. It's the compound effect of consistent, high-quality work that leads to extraordinary results. When you set high standards for yourself, you have to hold yourself accountable. Excellence is not about making excuses. It's about taking responsibility for your actions and results. When you refuse to settle, you take full ownership of your life and your outcomes. You don't blame others. You don't make excuses. You look at where you are, identify where you can improve, and take action to make it happen. Accountability is the key to staying on track. When you refuse to settle, you become your own best critic, always looking for ways to improve and grow. Refusing to settle for excellence also means learning to embrace discomfort. Excellence requires you to step outside your comfort zone. It requires you to challenge yourself and push beyond the limits of what feels easy. Comfort is the enemy of growth. It's in the moments of discomfort where real growth happens. It's when you push yourself to do what others aren't willing to do that you start to see results. Excellence doesn't come from taking the easy road. It comes from doing the hard work when it matters the most. One of the biggest obstacles to excellence is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not measuring up. But fear is just a signal that you are about to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. Fear is not something to avoid. It's something to embrace. Fear is an indication that you are on the right path. It's telling you that you are growing, that you are doing something that matters, and that you are willing to face challenges head-on. When you refuse to settle, you learn to control your fear, instead of letting it control you. You take action even when you are scared. You show up even when you feel uncertain. You push through the discomfort, because you know that it's on the other side of fear that success lies. If you want to be excellent, you have to stop letting fear dictate your actions. Fear is a temporary feeling, but the results of your commitment to excellence will last a lifetime. Another key to refusing to settle is developing resilience. Excellence requires you to keep going when things get tough. Life is full of challenges. There will be times when you face setbacks, disappointments, and failures. But when you refuse to settle for less than excellence, you develop the resilience to keep going. You don't give up when the going gets tough. You rise above adversity and keep moving forward, no matter what. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after a setback. It's the strength to continue despite challenges. When you refuse to settle, you cultivate resilience by choosing to stay focused on your goals, even when things don't go as planned. It's about developing the mindset that every setback is temporary and that success is not defined by how many times you fall, but by how many times you get back up. Excellence is also about having the right attitude. Your attitude shapes everything in your life. Number 8, control your emotions and build mental toughness fast. Mastering control over your emotions is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. When you gain mastery over your emotions, you are able to react to situations calmly, make sound decisions, and maintain focus on your goals, despite the chaos or pressure around you. Emotions are powerful, and while they are an essential part of being human, if left unchecked, they can drive your decisions and behavior in ways that are not helpful. Emotional control doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means understanding them, managing them, and using them in a way that serves your long-term goals. Building mental toughness is critical to emotional control. It's about training your mind to stay strong when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It's about having the ability to keep your emotions in check, even when you're facing stress, disappointment, or adversity. Mental toughness means that you don't let temporary emotions dictate your actions. It means that no matter how hard things get, you remain steady, focused, and determined to push forward. To control your emotions and build mental toughness, you first need to recognize that your emotions are not who you are. They are simply responses to the situations around you. Whether you feel anger, fear, joy, or frustration, these emotions are fleeting. They come and go. But what you do with them, how you act in response to them, determines who you are. If you react impulsively to every emotion you feel, your decisions will be driven by momentary feelings instead of rational thought. But if you learn to pause, assess the situation, and choose how to respond, you take control of your life. You have the power to choose how you react to every situation. You can't always control what happens around you, but you can control how you respond to it. Life will always throw challenges your way. You will face difficulties, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But the key to thriving in these moments is learning to control your emotions. When you let anger, fear, or frustration take over, you give away your power. But when you stay calm and centered, you remain in control of the situation. You make better decisions, and you keep moving forward. Mental toughness is built through consistent practice. It's not something that happens overnight. Just like building physical strength requires regular exercise, building mental strength requires regular training. Each time you face a challenge and control your emotions, you strengthen your mental resilience. Every time you resist the urge to react impulsively, you become more mentally tough. And as your mental toughness grows, so does your ability to handle stress, pressure, and difficult situations without losing your composure. One of the most important aspects of controlling your emotions is developing awareness. Awareness allows you to recognize when your emotions are starting to take over. It helps you notice the physical sensations that come with emotional reactions, such as a racing heart, clenched fists, or shallow breathing. Once you can recognize these signs, you can take a step back and pause before reacting. This pause is where your power lies. It's where you can choose to take control instead of allowing your emotions to control you. When you're aware of your emotions, you can also question them. You can ask yourself, is this emotion serving me right now? You can examine whether the emotion is based on facts, or if it's a reaction to fear, insecurity, or a past experience. Often emotions are automatic responses to situations, but they don't always reflect the reality of the situation. For example, you might feel anger when someone criticizes you, but that anger may not be justified. By questioning your emotions, you gain clarity and can choose to respond in a way that serves you better. Building mental toughness also involves accepting discomfort. The reality is that life is not always comfortable. There will be moments of pain, failure, and disappointment. But mental toughness means you don't let these uncomfortable moments define you. You don't run from them. Instead, you face them head on. You understand that discomfort is part of the growth process. When you push yourself out of your comfort zone, you develop the strength to handle anything life throws at you. Mental toughness is about not allowing temporary discomfort to control your actions. Instead, you embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Another key to controlling your emotions and building mental toughness is practicing patience. In a world that values instant gratification, it's easy to want quick results and immediate answers. But true growth takes time. Mental toughness requires patience, especially when things aren't going as planned. You must learn to trust the process and remain steady, even when you don't see immediate results. Patience allows you to manage your expectations and stay focused on the long-term goal. When you practice patience, you avoid reacting impulsively in the face of frustration or setbacks. You learn to stay calm and continue working toward your goals, even when the results aren't immediate. A big part of controlling your emotions is learning to let go of the need to be in control of everything. Life is unpredictable, and things don't always go the way you expect. When you try to control every aspect of your life, you set yourself up for frustration and disappointment. Number 9. Learn new skills daily and sharpen your knowledge. Learning new skills and sharpening your knowledge every day is one of the most empowering actions you can take in your personal and professional life. When you commit to continuous learning, you unlock doors to new opportunities, broaden your perspective, and enhance your capacity to deal with life's challenges. The world around you is constantly changing, and those who adapt to these changes are the ones who thrive. To stay relevant, to grow, and to achieve excellence, you must make learning a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. The first step in this journey is recognizing the value of knowledge. Knowledge isn't just power, it's the key that opens the door to countless possibilities. The more you learn, the more you can apply. The more you apply, the more you accomplish. It's a simple equation. As you invest time in learning, you increase your ability to make informed decisions, solve complex problems, and innovate in ways that others may not be able to. Start by adopting the mindset of a lifelong learner. This mindset is about understanding that no matter how much you know, there is always more to learn. It's about never feeling like you've reached the peak of your potential. The moment you stop learning, you stop growing. Lifelong learners approach every experience, conversation, and challenge as an opportunity to gain new insights. They are open to feedback, eager to expand their skill set, and willing to step outside of their comfort zone to acquire knowledge in areas they may have previously overlooked. As you embrace this mindset, you also need to develop a strategy for consistent learning. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time you want to learn something new. It's all about consistency. Dedicate time each day to learning something new. Whether that's reading a book, watching a tutorial, taking an online course, or engaging in a meaningful conversation with someone who has different expertise. The key here is to make learning a daily habit. Even if it's just 15 or 20 minutes a day, those minutes add up over time. In a month, you could have gained hours of knowledge that would have otherwise been wasted. Focus on the areas that are most relevant to your goals and aspirations. Don't waste your time learning things that don't align with your objectives. Identify the skills and knowledge that will move you closer to the life you want to live. Whether it's learning a new language, developing technical skills, mastering time management, or deepening your understanding of psychology, focus your efforts on areas that directly impact your growth. As you dive deeper into your learning journey, make it a point to push beyond your comfort zone. Often, the most valuable knowledge is found in areas you've never explored before. If you've been stuck in one particular way of thinking, or have been doing things a certain way for years, challenge yourself to step into new territories. Don't shy away from topics that feel difficult or unfamiliar. It's in those areas that you'll find the most growth. The discomfort you feel when learning something new is often a sign that you're on the right track. It means you're stretching yourself, you're expanding your horizons, and this is where real progress happens. Additionally, make sure to regularly revisit and reinforce what you've learned. Simply acquiring new knowledge is not enough. You must also make a conscious effort to apply it. Knowledge without action is useless. The more you practice and integrate what you've learned into your daily life, the more effective you will be at mastering it. This is where experience comes in. You must take what you've read, studied, or learned through other means and put it into practice. Take action. Make decisions based on what you've learned and see how they pan out. This is how you sharpen your understanding and develop expertise. Seek out challenges that will test your skills. The real value of learning comes when you put your knowledge to the test. It's easy to read a book or take a course and feel like you've learned something. But the true test comes when you encounter real-world situations that require you to use that knowledge. Don't avoid challenges, embrace them. The more challenges you face, the more you'll be able to apply what you've learned in practical, meaningful ways. Another key aspect of learning new skills is feedback. You must be open to feedback from others, especially those who have more experience than you. Number 10, break all bad habits and replace them with power. Breaking bad habits and replace them with powerful, positive ones is one of the most transformative actions you can take in your life. Our habits shape us. They dictate how we think, how we act, and ultimately who we become. Bad habits can keep us stuck in places we don't want to be, while good habits propel us toward the life we truly desire. But the challenge lies in recognizing those bad habits and consciously replacing them with ones that serve us. It's not an overnight process, but with determination and the right strategies, it is absolutely achievable. To break a bad habit, we first need to acknowledge it. We often go through life without fully understanding the negative impact our habits have. Whether it's procrastination, overeating, negative thinking, or any other unhealthy pattern, the first step is to bring awareness to it. It's about facing the truth head on. If you want to change your life, you have to face the fact that certain things you've been doing are not serving you. This is the point where growth begins. Without awareness, change is impossible. Recognizing the habits that have been holding you back is the foundation of breaking free from them. Once you've identified your bad habits, it's important to understand why they exist. Habits are often a form of comfort. They serve as a way to cope with stress, boredom, or pain. For instance, people may turn to unhealthy eating habits when they feel stressed or anxious. Others might procrastinate because they fear failure. Recognizing the emotional triggers or situations that lead to these habits can help you address the root cause. Instead of just focusing on stopping the habit, focus on addressing the emotional need it fulfills. By doing so, you can begin to replace the habit with a healthier alternative that still satisfies the underlying need. Next, commit to the process of replacing these bad habits with powerful, positive habits. It's important to realize that simply stopping a bad habit is not enough. You need to replace it with something that contributes to your growth and success. Just as bad habits are learned over time, good habits must also be nurtured and developed over time. The good news is that habits can be changed, but it requires effort, patience, and consistency. It's about making deliberate choices each day, choosing the behavior that serves your higher goals, not the temporary comfort of the old habits. The key to building new habits is consistency. We often fail in creating new habits because we start with unrealistic expectations, or we stop after a short period when we don't see immediate results. Change doesn't happen overnight. If you want to replace a bad habit, you have to consistently choose the new behavior, day after day, even when it feels hard. Habits are formed through repetition, and repetition creates the neural pathways that solidify the new behavior. It's like training a muscle. The more you work at it, the stronger it becomes. To replace a bad habit, start small. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. If you've been procrastinating for years, don't expect to become a productivity machine overnight. Start by setting small, achievable goals each day. As you accomplish them, you'll build momentum, and the good habits will begin to stick. Each small success reinforces the new behavior and motivates you to continue. It's the power of compound growth. Just as bad habits took time to develop, good habits will also take time to take root. Patience is key. Another strategy for breaking bad habits is to change your environment. Our surroundings play a massive role in shaping our behavior. If you want to stop overeating, clear unhealthy food from your house. If you want to stop procrastinating, create a work environment that minimizes distractions. By changing your environment, you remove the temptation to fall back into old habits and make it easier to embrace the new ones. Take control of your space to support your goals. This small shift can be incredibly powerful in breaking the cycle of bad habits. Accountability is also a powerful tool in breaking bad habits. Telling someone about your goals and asking them to hold you accountable increases your chances of success. Whether it's a friend, a coach, or a mentor, having someone to check in with adds an extra layer of motivation. It helps to know that someone else is watching and rooting for you. This sense of accountability creates a sense of responsibility. It also creates a sense of support, which can be critical when the journey feels tough. We are often more committed to our goals when someone else is involved, and knowing that someone is there to cheer you on can make a world of difference.